Hello everyone, welcome back to the revival after the dramatic last minute winner of yesterday. We've returned for a Premier League clash with Arsenal at St James's Park. It's a very important match, as I mentioned yesterday. Even this early in the season, it could really see us drop the pace and surrender the lead to Chelsea. There's only 1 point between us at the moment, and if Arsenal were to beat us, not only would it put them level, but it would give Chelsea the opportunity to overrun us. Let's have a quick look at what the other fixtures are for today so we can figure out if Chelsea have. Well, there you go. Manchester United versus Chelsea. So, if we bear that in mind and we go back to the league table, we can see Manchester United are on 11 points. I suppose the best result for us would be a United victory. But even if they did win and we lost, it would shrink the gap between all of the other teams considerably. So we're really going to have to be on top form to get anything out of this Arsenal match. We've been beaten handily by them before. We don't want that to be the case today. Now, looking at the squad, we can see that everyone is in pretty fine fettle. So we're going to make a few changes. Um, Vinicius Jr. can come in for Paredes. I'm going to give Coco the start because he did deliver the other day. Also, I think we're going to bring Maximan back in for Almiron. Now, Almiron didn't do anything wrong, but I do feel that Maximan gives us a little bit more up front. And what else can we do? Well, it's just as well that Henriks is fit again because Wanfran's injured now. Good Lord Almighty. I'm kind of tempted to keep Paredes in the squad because he actually played very well for us during the FA Cup. But it would mean either surrendering the bench for Joel Linton or maybe Almiron. I don't think that's fair on him. So I think for normally Paredes would be in the Coco position. But Coco played well enough for me to give him the opportunity to impress and stay in the side. So that is going to have to be how it is. Farfan not exactly setting the world on fire in the last match, so he's going to have to sit this one out. Shelvey looking a bit tired, but he absolutely bosses that midfield, so we're going to have to stick with him. I think we're going to go with this lineup. It's combative enough. All three of those midfielders can put their foot in. The defence is pretty much the first choice defence now. Gunn is actually the better goalkeeper over Schubert. It's just that he's less established, which is why Schubert is still the number one goalkeeper. Yeah, I think that's probably going to do it for us. So looking at that Arsenal team, it's pretty much the team that we see day in, day out at the moment, apart from injuries. But there are a couple of names there that are interesting. Lookman has come in. He'll be playing for Arsenal. And there's a guy playing in defence called Anderson. Now, maybe I'm missing a really obvious player here, but I can't think who that would be. Anderson. Centre back called Anderson. No. It's not ringing any bells. Hit me up in the comments if it's ringing a bell for you guys. I'm sure that I'm missing a really obvious player. Uh, I don't know. I can't think. Anyway, never mind. Here we go. It's match day. We're back at St James's Park where we love to be. It's a fairly okay looking day. It's not sunny, but it's certainly not raining, which is good. It's going to prove to be good weather for football. We're going to be able to really push ourselves physically today without having to worry about the sun beating down on us and sapping some of that extra stamina. I don't even know if that's a thing in this game. It would be nice if it was, though. Okay, so here we go. Newcastle kicking off right from left to right. Hayden into Nkunku. Plays it out to Shelvey. That midfield triangle already starting to cement itself. Back into Shelvey. St. Maximan has dropped deep and slightly more central. Here's Willems on the left-hand side. And Arsenal are able to clear it, and now they'll look to attack on the right flank. Bellerin has the ball, and he's an absolute whippet. For some reason, he's actually doubled back on himself, however. Herrera doing a good job of mopping up. Oh dear, it's an early chance, and it's an early goal. Tierney scoring the junior goal, as I've now christened it, coming in and mopping up the rebound. And that is a really bad start to the game. You hate to see it, except that I'm an Arsenal fan, so deep down I guess I should be happy that they're playing like that. But, oh no, I mean, Aubameyang just loses his men far too easily. Lookman takes the shot, I think that's Lookman, number 21. And then Tierney picking up on the rebound. Not much, to be fair, that Gunn could do about that one. So Newcastle already a goal down. Our worst nightmare has come to fruition. And now we're going to have to fight our way back. Shelvey, middle of the park, sprays it out to Willems on the left. He's got support out there if he wants it. He does take it. There's Maximan who plays it in to Nkunku. Can't quite make the ball stick. Oh, what is he doing? Should have taken the shot first time, but I thought I'd try and make a better angle. And it didn't end up playing my way at all. Okay, so here we go on the left-hand side. Nkunku plays the ball through to Maximan, who just about misses out on it. Nothing going our way at the moment, it seems. Aubameyang again plays it off and makes the run. Tierney very high up on the left-hand side, but you'd expect that from an attacking left-back such as him. Him and Robertson pretty much shadowing each other in the same position for the Scottish national team. And there's a chance here, and it's a good run, it's an intelligent run, and the defender does a good job, but oh my god, what was that? And of course he's offside. As a top tier striker, it is your job to keep yourself onside at all times. Never mind. We carry on. So Werner getting the chance, but unfortunately the ball just maybe slightly too heavy, and the Arsenal defender in the end, I think maybe Anderson, although it could be Chambers, just able to dispossess the German. And he's been a little bit lax where that has been concerned recently. He seems to be losing the ball. He seems to be too easy to knock off of the ball. And that's something that we're going to have to look at. I don't want to get rid of him. I'm certainly not contemplating getting rid, because he's a very, very good player. But maybe we can do something in training to increase his strength. Maximan. It's a bad cross. It's on his wrong foot, to be fair. Didn't have the time to cut back and play it in with his stronger foot. Arsenal doing a very good job of completely bypassing the Newcastle midfield. It's a good shot, but it's easy enough for Gunn to take hold of. Oh dear. It's not a good pass. It's not a good performance from Newcastle at all. It's a good ball over the top, but the goalkeeper's going to get to it just before Willems. Willems, I keep making this mistake. He's not Willems, he's Werner. Arsenal now on the left-hand side. Well, they're right, of course. It's Maximan. No. Nearly a very good pass, but just picked out by the Arsenal player at the last second. That's good, though. Oh, my God. We just can't seem to get anything to run our way. It's a good shot from Nkunku. The goalkeeper's never going to get beaten by that. Strange defending, but effective nonetheless. No, that's not the ball. Don't know why I thought it was. I have to say, so far this half, Newcastle have been second to pretty much everything. It's not been a good performance, and I have to hold my hands up to that as much as anyone else. Shelvey in the middle, plays the ball wide out right, and that's not going to be a good pass. It's gone out for a throw-in. And that's the end of a pretty poor first half for Newcastle United. Going in trailing by 1-0. Not the best of goals to concede, to be fair. Not much that the goalkeeper could do about it. It's pretty even, though, it has to be said, looking at the stats there. We'll have to see what the second half brings, but I think that if he continues to be as anonymous as he has been in the first half, then Joel Linton might end up finding his way onto the pitch in place of Timo Werner. Good interception by Maximan. Now it's up to Newcastle to do something with it. That's Werner. It's good. Plays it in. Oh, he's offside again. And now Arsenal able to break. Hummels gets to the ball, manages to shepherd it back to the goalkeeper somewhat haphazardly. That's good play by Newcastle. No backlift on that shot from Maximan. It has to be said, he's pretty good where it comes to that zero backlift shot. Hummels sucked in by the attacking midfielder, and he has been absolutely done up like a kipper here. Thankfully, the rest of the Newcastle players able to defend the situation somewhat adequately. Oh, that's a good ball. Oh, it's a bad finish, though. Terrible, terrible finish. Probably should have gone for the near post and just tried to drive it past the goalkeeper with power. It instead went across him. That's a good opportunity wasted. That's good from Hayden. It's not a good pass from him, though. He's not that kind of player. He's not able to spring the trap after he's retrieved the ball. He's more the kind of player that wins the ball and then plays a simple pass to someone who can then spring the trap. What kind of pass is that? Hayden into Shelvey. Shelvey plays it out wide to Henriks, who's looking to bomb. And that's not a good cross. I don't know what that was, but it wasn't anything good. And now Arsenal were 2-on-2 with the Newcastle defenders. Maximan on the right-hand side, sorry, left-hand side even, right-hand side of the Arsenal defence. It's been given as a free kick. We're very fortunate there, to be honest. This game is just not going very well at all. If we get back into it, frankly, it will be a miracle. And of course, when you need a miracle, there's only one man to call, and that is the big Brazilian, Joel Linton. Timo Werner having an average game today. Shouldn't really be too surprised that he's been taken off. Whipped in. That's just bad. No other way of saying it. Uninspired. Completely uninspired. Hayden trying to challenge for the ball. He's come very far forward. He's going to leave a massive hole behind him, which is going to have to be filled. Thankfully, the defence push up a little bit, and that closes that space. Oh dear, oh dear. Oh, I tell you what, we've been led off there big time. Absolutely acres of space. Just wandered into it, and he put it so far wide, you could drive a bus through the hole that was made between that shot and the goalpost. Ball played out to Willems. Now into Maximan. Shelvey picks it up in the middle of the park, plays it forward. It's not a bad idea, but it just doesn't come off. And again, like right now, we need to play those percentage balls. Can't afford to be playing these silly balls that are going to be picked off at every time, 99 times out of 100. Good spread of the play by Arsenal onto the opposite flank. Holding doing a very good job of doing exactly that and holding onto the ball. Aubameyang out on the right hand side. That should be easy enough to pick up, and it is. And now Newcastle on the break, trying to make something happen, and they're going to have to try very quickly. I mean, dear God, just have a crack. It's better than doing nothing. Okay, oh my word, he's just not making the run. He's not alive to it. And that is it. Final score, Newcastle United 0, Arsenal 1. A very, very disappointing match, and it has to be said, it's entirely down to me. I just couldn't find any kind of inspiration or regular passing. The tempo was all over the place, and I just couldn't figure out a way through. Maybe the choice of players on the day was wrong. Maybe I was too quick to give up on Werner. Maybe I was too slow to bring Joe Linton into the team. But either way, it was a very even game. We had 4 shots on target, but in truth, none of those looked dangerous enough to get past the goalkeeper. A very, very poor game for Henriks, according to those ratings. I can't see how Timo Werner gets a 6, but Henriks gets a 4.5. Kieran Tierney, man of the match, and quite rightly coming up with the only goal of the game, and doing a pretty good job on the right hand side. That might be the last game that we see Coco play for a little while, because he did absolutely fuck all during that game. But there we go, after match day 7, it was indeed Chelsea that ran out victors against Manchester United, meaning that the worst case scenario that I was positing at the beginning of the episode has come to pass, and Newcastle are now down to second, only ahead of Arsenal on goal difference, while Chelsea surge ahead on 18 points to take the lead in the league. There's still a long way to go. It's not over until the fat lady sings, and I don't even know if she's arrived yet, so let's not get too worried about that. In the bottom 3 places, you can see Burnley, West Ham and Southampton currently all in trouble. They're up shit creek without a paddle, but if you see that Sheffield United, Wolves and Bournemouth all on 6 points just above them, things could change very, very quickly for the bottom clubs. So that is going to do it for another episode. I wish that we could part on sweeter news than the fact that we've lost 1-0. When we return next time, it will be to take on Manchester City at St James's Park. Fingers crossed, it will be a much, much better performance than we saw from the boys today. But until next time, thank you very much for watching. Take care. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.